Today, what we are seeing are the 10 crazy, simple, faceless niches that are printing money in silence. And we are going to explore each and every one of them. But before we go any further, if you've forgotten to subscribe to this channel, I'm going to call upon you to look at your subscription button and be able to subscribe to this channel, because each and every day we put out a video that is going to allow you to get access to a variety of faceless niches that are very simple to do, niches that are very simple to execute. And with these niches, we are very sure that you can be able to make money and be able to even outcompete people who are already into these niches, because the niches are very super simple to start to create. So if you want knowledge about that, and if you're anticipating to make money in the faceless YouTube niche, then you are really one of us. So please subscribe to the channel and be able to capitalize on that. Thank you. Let's go into this one. This one is a very simple channel that is really doing stories about various kinds of things from different kinds of popular movies. Now, they're in the movie niche, but the way they're doing their videos, you can look at what they've done. They already have 12 videos, and with these 12 videos, they've already made 823,000 views. Now, what did I like about this channel? This channel has elements that are very consistent, elements that you can capitalize on. First of all, the first element that you can look at, it is their selection of the topics. They are selecting topics about different controversial movies that were really intriguing, which is quite an element that you want to capitalize on when you go into such a niche and you want to emulate it. If I were to emulate such a niche, I would be able to capitalize on different kinds of topics that are intriguing. But also, the other simplistic thing that they are doing, they have this character on the thumbnail that is on the left side, and the text is on the right hand side. You see the text is a mixture of a black and red text that are laid over the white background. That is quite consistent. These are the patterns that you look at. If a channel is blowing up, if they are doing well, you want to look at the things that are making them thrive. And when you look at what they are doing with this text, and they started off videos, and they were not really consistent with how they were making the thumbnails, but with the latest 4 videos, you can see the consistency, and the videos are blowing up. The one that was done 2 weeks ago, it has 20,000 views. This one 13 days ago, it already has 20,000 views. This one 11 days ago, 667,000 views, and this one just 4 days ago, it already has 107,000 views. Now, when you're looking at patterns that are going to work out, or you want to emulate a channel, first of all, you want to look at the elements that are consistent. The selection of the topics, it is really quite intriguing. The thumbnails are quite consistent based on the last 4 thumbnails that were done, which are very consistent. When you look at what is happening in terms of how they are narrating these videos, they are really captivating. The video editing is really superb, but also the narration of the topics and how they are trying to explain these aspects to their audience, it is quite intriguing. When I found this channel, it was intriguing for me. I watched on, and I knew that people are watching on and on. So when you want to go into that, you want to capitalize also on the video editing to make it very good and be able to deliver on what you promised in the thumbnails. But I believe it's one of the channels that is really doing well. Now, when we go into this one is in the sports niche. When you look at the videos they've done already 308 videos. They already have 51 million views. Now, with 308 videos and 51 million views, this is quite good. They are explaining different kinds of sports and aspects in those sports in the most simplistic ways. Now, look at the simplicity of their thumbnails. The thumbnails are not clogged or cluttered, but they are really aligning with the topics. And when you look at how they are putting out the titles are quite short, but straight to the point, to the people who really want to view these videos, and they are doing well. This is something that you can go into, but also when you want to go into such a niche, I believe one of the elements you can capitalize on, their videos are quite short. You can be able to do lengthy videos, which is going to make you even much more better, or even make sure that the thumbnails are quite bright and the characters in the thumbnails are really brought out well in a much more better way. This one also, it is in the financial niche, but mostly it's talking about billionaires. They have done 338 videos. They have 20 million views. This is quite good. When you look at how they are doing these videos, these are voiceover made videos with b-roll footage. You can be able to capitalize on this because that, you see, they are putting out videos, 2 videos on every single day. This is something that is working out for them because they are getting the views. Now you can look at their videos and you say they're not getting so many views, but if they put out videos on every single day, they're going to capitalize on that, and they're going to have a huge amount of views that they have put out, and this is going to really get them to a point of earning many views and being able to capitalize on the AdSense that they are getting. Now the revenue per mil for this kind of channel, it can be in between $20,000 to even $30,000 because you can be able to capitalize on different kinds of brand deals, people who want to sell products, their products with your audience, within your audience. But also you can be able to capitalize on various kinds of affiliate links that you can run over such a channel, which is a financial related channel. Now let's go into the next one. This one is also quite intriguing. What they are doing, this channel is one of the most amazing channels that I found on the list today. It's called Future English Academy. What they're doing, they are teaching English, but they're teaching English with using different kinds of motivating life stories. So they are combining the history niche with the English teaching niche. And when you look at their narration, the narrations are quite calling. They are calling because how they narrate their videos and how the voiceover has been generated, it is quite good when it comes to storytelling. And I believe when you emulate such a style, and you can be able to capitalize on this, when I'm going into such a niche, what I would do, I would be able to put out a video every day. Putting out a video every day, it's going to increase on your amount of views, but also it is going to allow you to be able to capitalize on making refinements in your videos uh, quite quite simply. You can be able to capitalize on that element in the most amazing ways. The other one on the list, it's called Urban Planner. They have 17 videos. They have 17 videos and already 2.9 million views. Now, what are they doing? They're doing videos and they're explaining different kinds of city aspects, but they're mostly into urban planning. Now, people are always looking for these kinds of videos because they want videos that are talking about their cities, how they were planned, certain aspects that were done well, aspects that failed. So that is what they are absolutely explaining. And their videos, they are not really long. They are in 9 minutes. Even when you look at their titles, they always mention it. Every major city design explained in 9 minutes. Every worst designed city explained in 9 minutes. So they're doing videos and they have zeroed down to 9-minute videos. Now, when you're going into such a niche, how can you be able to perform well? You want to do videos that are longer. You can do your explanations in 15 minutes. You can do your explanations in 20 minutes. But you can be able to capitalize on the elements that are working well. Their thumbnails are already working well. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Their kind of style they are using to explain these videos, their voiceovers, it is working well. You want to capitalize on the elements that work well. And when you capitalize on that, it becomes very easy to be able to create your own kind of style, a style that is going to also enter you into such a niche, but also set you apart so that your audience can really get to identify you in the most unique way. But also, it is going to identify you because you want to bring on brand deals to your channel, which is quite important. So when you are bringing on things like brand deals, it is very important for you to have that distinct style, but also be able to emulate a style of thumbnails that is similar to what is already working, because you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to use the aspects that are working, but also present them in a unique way that is really yours and it's going to work out for you. Now, the other channel that we have on the list, it's called Wilfer. Wilfer, what are they doing? They already have 215 videos. They have 366 views. Now, their kind of way of thumbnails, it is quite simple, but it is one of the most converting style of thumbnails that I've seen. It is really good. They're not really talking about a single aspect of life. They're talking about different kinds of aspects of life, but the way they explain them and the way they are drafting their thumbnails, the thumbnails are quite calling because they are getting an insane amount of views. Now, what is the takeaway from this channel? The takeaway is that when you are going into such a channel and you want to do videos almost every day. You can even be able to do 2 videos on one single day. Now, what else can you do? You can do lengthy videos. And the other thing that you want to emulate, which is most important, the way they are choosing their topics and also the way they are doing their thumbnails. These are the key aspects, the 2 key aspects that I've identified with this channel and the reason as to why they have been able to garner over 366 million views with only 200 plus videos. Now, these are aspects that you can emulate. I'm going to show you how you can be able to emulate them in the most simplistic ways, because you can just choose the thumbnails, take a screenshot of them, be able to put them somewhere, and then with a tool like ChatGPT, it's going to explain to you why these thumbnails are working well and how you can be able to create yours, which puts you far apart and sets you apart from other people who might go into this niche without really knowing what to do. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to do things that scale. If they're having a certain kind of formula that scales their way of doing the titles and thumbnails, you want to capitalize on that and be able to even make the videos more engaging, much more better, and be able to capitalize on getting the views and also making money. This channel, I believe it's even making over $60,000 in a month with these kinds of videos. So you can capitalize on this. So this one that we have on the list, the next one, it's called Frugal Flow. Now, what are they doing? They're doing videos about different kinds of aspects that help people capitalize on deals that are going to allow them get items at a lower cost. You know, people always want to have things at a lower cost. And the videos they're doing, they're mostly about costoso, different kinds of holiday deals, hacks, things that people can buy. People always want to buy these cheap things. Now, they're doing videos about costoso. Costoso is an American brand, and these are uh, supermarkets that are found in the United States. But when you look at the views that they are getting, the channel is blowing up because people are looking for these kinds of deals. They always look for them. And when you're doing this kind of a channel, you are doing videos for an audience that is willing to buy things. So your revenue per mil is going to be, first of all, very, very high. But what else? The other thing that you're going to capitalize on is that your brand deals and your affiliate deals for these products, it is going to be way high. So you're going to make so much money with this kind of channel, not only from the AdSense, but you're going to make money from brand deals, but also you're going to make money from the affiliate links for the brands that are giving you business to run on this channel. So this channel is quite lucrative, and I believe it can even be able to make you over $50,000 when you capitalize on the AdSense, but also when you couple it with different kinds of brands that are going to want to advertise their products and with competitive pricing on this kind of channel. Now, when we go into this one is called Beat Stories. They have already done 291 videos. I want you to look at what they are doing. They already have 7.9 million views. Now, what are they portraying, or what are the stories about? The stories about majorly black stories that are told with honesty. They are intriguing. When I look at the pattern that I saw was really bringing in views for this channel, it is the thumbnails. They are doing the thumbnails very well. And what are they doing well with the thumbnails? They are trying to evoke emotions in the thumbnails, and they're trying to tell the story with the thumbnails even before someone clicks on this video. This is one of the aspects that I always talk about. When you're going into such a niche that is about stories, you want to be able to tell these stories only with your thumbnails and your titles. People need to understand what you're talking about just with the view of your thumbnail and your title. Your title needs to connect with your thumbnails. When these two aspects connect, now when people click, they're going to be able to view the story. But if they never click, they will never be able to view your story. So if you have a vague kind of thumbnail which is not done well, you're not going to be able to convert. So the only conversion metric that you have on YouTube that is going to put you ahead, it is you mastering the art of doing thumbnails and titles that convert. If you master that, then with the other aspects like the narrations and the editing, you can be able to even rent out the services of someone who can do that for you. So you need to be able, as a channel owner, to own those aspects and understand them to the fullest. When you understand them, you can be able to perform well. When you look at this channel, they are putting out stories on every single day, and the stories are blowing up. They are quite lengthy because their videos are mostly 1 hour and long videos. Other videos are 15 minutes longer, so the videos are quite long, 50 minutes and long. This is what you also want to emulate. That is another aspect of the videos that I've identified, but also the narrations and how you do them and how you keep people watching on. The voice that is narrating the videos is also very important. So you want to bring them on using the thumbnails and the titles, but also you want to keep them watching for a longer period of time using the style of narration which is quite good and unique and intriguing. And with this, they're doing it quite well. I believe it is the reason as to why they're performing well. 291 videos with 7.9 million views. This is quite something. And with this, you can be able to capitalize because these kinds of videos, the revenue per mil, when they are longer, the revenue per mil keeps on increasing, and you can be able to increase it to even over $12. And this is going to really work out for you if you're putting out videos on a daily basis. So for such a channel, it is very easy. The barriers to entry are very low. You can be able to capitalize on this opportunity and make money in this very niche. Now, this last one is also intriguing. It's in the car niche, but the way they are doing their videos, when you look at the videos they've done 55 videos, and they already have 3.9 million views. I love this. I love this because when I look at this, I just look at this channel and I see the consistent patterns. One of the consistent patterns is that they are showing videos mostly about the weird facts about various cars. And these are really intriguing. Weird facts about cars that were used mostly in the 70s, the 60s. So cars that were used by people who are already old, apparently. No. Now, the audience that you're going to be appealing to when you're running such a channel, you're going to be appealing to an older audience that has used these kinds of cars. So they're the ones who are going to be able to watch your video. But also, I want you to look at the consistency of thumbnails. They show these cars, and there is that consistent yellow text that is pointing to these cars. It is a statement. When you look at it, you can just look at it, but in terms of psychology, it is a statement to emphasize what they are talking about. So when someone looks at that arrow, they always want to go back and look at the title. What is the title talking about? So it is really showing some emphasis in terms of the different kinds of cars that they are talking about and the facts that they are really putting out about that particular car. And the titles are really quite simple. The thumbnails are simple and they are working out well. So this is a niche that you can do. But also when you look at the length of their videos, they are always 20 minutes longer. So this is also something that you want to emulate when you're going into this specific car niche that is talking about different kinds of weird facts. You want to be able to capitalize on that. But I believe it is something that you can do consistently. If you can put out a video consistently. As they are posting, they're also posting a video on every single day. This one was put out 6 hours ago, the other one day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago. They're putting out a video on every single day. So that is consistent. The thumbnails are consistent, the titles are consistent. When you also look at how they are narrating their videos, you're going to see these consistent patterns. It is not really rocket science. The niche research art is very simple. You can be able to capitalize on what they are doing, and you can also do a channel that is relatively similar to what they're doing. Now, as we always put out new videos, if you love what you're doing, I'm going to call upon you to please subscribe to this channel, because when you subscribe, you won't miss out on a single video that we put out, because we go into the depth of researching different kinds of niches on every single day, and we bring them to you with the aim of giving you a variety of options that you can choose from to be able to do and start your Faceless YouTube channel in order to earn effectively. If you really want to earn effectively, then you are part of us. Please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.